Hello, property nomads. Hope you're well. Today, we're going to explore holding gold and what to look out for, what to buy. All of this information that I'm going to be sharing today is correct at the time of recording. And what I mean by that is that it's very easy for governments to chop and change the rules as and when they see fit. So all the different tax quirks, etc., that I mentioned, they're all valid as of the day of recording this. Before we get started, please do like the show. Also press that bell button. I think that helps you to either subscribe or alerts you when new videos are happening. And please share this channel with as many people as possible, because the information that we're giving out to you is our way of pushing back against all the agendas that we're seeing. We're here to be as helpful as we can. And usual caveat, we're not independent financial advisors, so please do not take this as investment advice. You have to do what works for you, do your own reading, do your own homework. We can only tell you things that we are studying, things that we're doing as well. And most importantly is liking, subscribing the channel and sharing it with as many people as possible. We spoke in a recent video about why you should consider gold and why you should have it as part of your portfolio with whatever weighting that you want. Some people might go all in, have 100%. A lot of people say anywhere between 10 and 20%. Do what works for you. But when it comes to buying gold, where do you start? Well, we're quite lucky here in the UK. We have multiple websites where you can go onto them, you can purchase bullion, and if you want to take delivery of bullion, you can have it delivered to your front door. You try going to buy bullion in Mexico, like I've done before, it's an absolute pain in the backside. It really, really is. Reason for that is some places have stuff, some places don't, and checks here, checks there, and then they don't have it, and you've got to come back tomorrow. It could be a bit of a ball ache, to say the least. Whereas we're quite lucky here in the UK, we can get it delivered if you want to take delivery of it. In terms of gold and silver, we're quite lucky again in the UK because we have something called Britannias. Britannias are produced by the Royal Mint, and for 1 ounce gold coins, so 1 ounce gold coin of gold and a 1 ounce silver Britannia, there are no capital gains taxes to be paid once you sell them. So let's just say you buy an ounce of gold for £2,000 and the price of gold goes up to £10,000. If you then sell that ounce of gold, you are going to be paying no capital gains tax on that. Why is that? That's purely because Britannias and sovereigns, gold, they are classed as legal tender here in the UK. So that's why there's no capital gains tax on them, because you cannot tax legal tender, supposedly. Now, the difference between gold sovereigns and gold Britannias, Britannia is 1 ounce, sovereign I think is 1/4 ounce. You can also buy gold bars. So you can buy 1 ounce gold bars. They're quite cool, they're quite useful. Normally they are slightly cheaper than the coins because they are cheaper to mint. However, capital gains tax does apply because a gold bar is not legal tender. So there's a big difference there between types of gold that you can buy here. If you buy a gold Britannia, then no capital gains tax at the time of recording. If you buy a 1 ounce gold bar and then you go and sell, at some point, there's going to be capital gains tax to pay on that. As always, with any purchase, any asset, anything like that, do your own homework, but understand why you're doing it. So are you purchasing gold because you think the price is going to go up? Are you purchasing gold because you think it's a good inflation hedge? Are you looking to purchase gold because of all the geopolitical risks and everything going on out there at the moment? Are you purchasing gold because you understand the value of gold and you know that by having it and holding it, that's going to be way more beneficial in the long run? Maybe it helps you sleep better at night. It certainly helps me sleep better at night. So there's loads of reasons you need to ask yourself, why am I purchasing gold? So just to recap that a little bit, you have in the UK, gold sovereigns, which are 1/4 ounce. You have Britannias, which are 1 ounce coins. And you can also get numerous bars, numerous shapes and sizes. You don't pay VAT, value added tax. You do not pay that on delivery of gold. So that's good news. Big difference being that with sovereigns and Britannias, at the moment, there are no capital gains taxes. So if you buy for an ounce for 2,000 and then sell for 10,000, at some point in the future, assuming the gold price goes to that level, then there are no capital gains taxes to pay. But if you've got a bar of gold, you will pay capital gains tax on that. Hopefully that makes sense. Now, silver, slightly different. Again, you can get silver Britannias, so 1 ounce coins, great. The good thing about silver 1 ounce coins is there's no capital gains tax either because they're classed as legal tender. However, in the UK, as well as most of Europe, I think, if you take delivery of silver, you're paying an extra 20% on top of the regular price. This is where people might look at silver storage. So rather than buy the silver and maybe put it in a safe at home, if you're buying enough silver, you might look at professional storage. Now, there's loads of different storage companies out there. A lot of people recommend Brinks's. There are other companies based up and down the UK. Again, do your own homework on that, do what works for you. If you're buying bullion in the UK using various websites, a lot of those companies will be working with bullion storage people in the background, so you can get your bullion stored. You can get it stored in the UK. I've seen websites offer Switzerland, Guernsey. I think one even offers Singapore and the USA to store your metals if necessary. But if you take delivery of silver in the UK, whether that's a silver bar, a silver Britannia, you will be paying 20% VAT. If you put your silver straight into storage, as in you buy silver, but you don't take collection of it and you put it straight into storage, there's no VAT to pay. If you then take storage or you put it into storage and then you take delivery of it at a later date, there will be VAT to pay. If you put it in storage, you never touch it, and then at some point you sell it back, there is no VAT to pay. A little bit confusing, but hopefully that does make sense. Put it this way, there's loads of options out there, and again, you do what works for you. If you're looking at purchasing gold and silver, you need to know why you're doing it. You need to know, well, yeah, you just need to know why you're doing it. Does it help you sleep at night? Can you see future trends? Can you see what may or may not happen to the value of these precious metals? Maybe what might happen to the price as well with all the currency printing that's going on. And then once you've made those decisions, you're going to need to then look at storage. We're going to look at storage in a new video. But for now, if you're in the UK, you're going to be looking at your Britannias. And one massive tax advantage we've got as a UK resident is if we buy Britannias, or in the case of gold sovereigns as well, there's no capital gains tax to pay on them because they are classed as legal tender, which is absolutely superb. Of course, if you wanted to buy a golden eagle, so the US one, or a Mexican Libertad, you are more than welcome to do that. It does mean that when you go to sell them, if you sold them in the UK, or imagine a lot of places worldwide, you're probably paying potentially some form of tax on that. I don't know the tax rules and regulations for every single country that has gold, but I can tell you from a UK point of view, if you're a UK citizen and you're buying sovereigns and you're buying Britannias, there are no capital gains taxes. If you're buying bars and then you're selling them back at some point, there will be capital gains tax to pay. So when you're making your decision about, do I buy gold, do I buy silver, why should I buy it, where should I put it? Again, you've got to do your own homework, do your research. Ask yourself those questions. Why are you doing it? What do you want? What do you need? How much of it do you want? We'll cover storage in another video on this channel, so look out for that. As usual, hit that subscribe button and that bell, so that will alert you when new videos come out, and we'll look at storage. But for now, with regards to gold and silver, many websites out there. If you're UK based, you can go to Sharps Pixley. They're London based. They're really good. Bullion by Post as well. You can go to them too. I've used both services. Are very good, very efficient. And when the Post people are on strike, your bullion can get delivered to you quite quickly. And I know other people as well that have said the same thing. But think about why you're doing it, think about why you want it, and just remember those tax advantages as well. The difference between the coins and the bars, the other thing to point out is because it takes a bit more time to produce a coin, you'll normally find that the premium you're paying above spot price, the premium you're paying on coins is normally higher than it is for a bar. Again, you've got to look to possibly offset that in the future. And again, we'll go back to the questions, asking yourself, why am I buying? Am I buying because I'm looking to sell at a later date? Am I buying and holding and I want to make this part of generational wealth? Or am I buying because I might sell some of it in the future, I might not? The answers to those questions will help you determine what it is exactly you're buying and the risks that you may want to take moving forwards. But keep up to date on the channel for video about storage. We'll go into that in another episode. And as usual, share this with as many people as you can. See you in the next video.